Right. We will start from here. Last day summary, I just discussed about how do we convert numbers from different number systems. We discuss about binary, octal, hexadecimal, and so these number systems. Now it's the time to know some applications. Actually, we have learned this as well. How can we convert decimal to hexa, hexa to octal, octal to decimal, decimal to binary, binary to hexa, all these conversions. Actually, we learned there are two short ways of doing binary to decimal and binary to octal and binary to hexadecimal conversion. That is using the binary to octal table and binary to hexadecimal table. I just gave you an idea about that last week. If you need, I can still give you some other summary related to this. And number systems. Let's wait. This is there in A-level ICT as well. I'll show this using A-level ICT one, but doesn't matter, like you can understand. But in for A-level you have some advanced stuff, but anyway the basics are also there in A-levels. So this is what we have learned already, a summary. The three number systems, decimal, so having base 10. So this is example, and the most significant value comes this side, that is the largest value. Least significant value digit comes this side, the right side is the smallest value. And so this is how the positional values are changing. So we learn is 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 1, the higher godavar. So it will always multiply by 10. 1 into 10 is 10, 10 into 10, 100, 1000. Likewise, the other side is dividing by 10. 1000 will become 100, 100 will become 10, 10 divided by 10 is 1, 1 divided by 10 is 0.1. Likewise, from left to right, it is dividing by 10, from right to left, it's multiplying. So similarly, decimal, so binary number system, base is 2, so multiplier is 2. Base is 8, multiplier is 8 for octal. Base is 16, multiplier is 16 for hexadecimal. This is the summary that we have done. And please remember these two tables that we have already learned. There is this octal table showing binary, octal digits to binary digit. Actually, we are using 3 bits to represent, 3 binary digits to represent. And here, hexadecimal to binary, we are using 4 binary digits, 4 digits to represent the number. So anyway, there's a pattern 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1, then 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1, 4 zeros 4 ones. So here also the same pattern repeats. 0 1 0 1 16 times, 0 0 1 1 16 times, 4 0 4 1 16 times, 8 0 8 times. So that is the hexadecimal table. And how the conversion happen using this easy method. So first learn the standard method. Standard method use dividing and writing the remainder. That is the standard method. And here also dividing and writing the remainder. That is the standard method. And right, you can see. So dividing by base and writing the remainder. Right here, dividing by 2, writing remainder, it is binary. Dividing by 8, writing the remainder, it is octal. Dividing by 16, writing the remainder, it is hexadecimal. So remember, this part is there for A-level ICT as well. I'm using A-level ICT not now. That's why I say, if you learn this carefully in O-level ICT grade 10, it's very easy to apply for A-levels. Right, then using these tables, so see this number. This is an example. When an example given, so you have to start from this corner. You have to start from the right corner and take 3 by 3. Take 3 by 3 and then write the relevant digit. You can see this is taken 3 by 3. When it is written, it is 1 0 0 0 again 2. This is octal. So similarly, you can write the same in using 4 by 4. Just take from the right to left 4 by 4, and then you can write. So this 4 is this 4 is 1. Oh, this 4 is 0. The next 4 is also 0, and then you have 2. So it is 2 0 0 1. That is in hexadecimal. Write in 4 by 4. You can get the hexadecimal. So you know. Okay. Okay, then, so similarly, so this is very easy method from binary to this, binary to octal, binary to hexa. We learned that, right? But when you convert from octal to hexa, so when you convert from octal to hexa also, this method can be used. And hexa to octal, this method can be used, right? So decimal numbers we are not considering in O levels. We are only considering the whole numbers, right? Decimal numbers will not be. And how can we convert the other way? To convert the other side, that means to convert from the number system to the decimal, particular number system to the decimal, we will consider the positional values. So please consider this. Okay, here a binary is given. What you need to do is you have to consider the positional values. So here, so let's take this as an example. Let's take this as an example. 1 0 0 0 1 0. Yeah, 1 0 0 0 1 0. Then you have to start from the right corner, that is to power 0, base to the power 0. Here 2 to the power 0. 2 is the base now, 2 to the power 0. 1 2 3 4 5. Then you have to write the values 1 2 4 8 16, and then you have to multiply by the digit. Digit is 0. 0 into 1 is 0. 2 into 1. 2 into 1 is 2. 4 into 0 is 0. 8 into 0, digit 0. 16 into 0, 0. 32 is 1, 32. 32 plus 2, that is 34. And that is how you deconvert. The other part happens. This also we have already learned, right? You can see how it is taken, adding the positional value from the least significant to the most significant, right to left. If you add them, you can get the number, right? Then what? So why these binary number systems representing is important? So I said in computer, data representation is done using these number systems. For an example, just see this image. Just see this image. What is this? Yes, what is this? Can anybody tell? So what can you see in this image? Hello? Yes?
Letter D.
Letter D, yes. You can see letter D. Letter D. But actually speaking, that representation happens like this, using zeros and ones. Actually, ones will light up, zeros will turn off. Let's think this as bulbs. So ones will light up, zeros will turn off. So this shows letter D in the board. And see here, if I'm going to write the same thing, same horizontal one in a vertical way. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. I'm writing it downwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here you have 1, 4 zeros, 1. I'm writing it downwards, 1, 4 zeros, 1. Then 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. I'm writing it downwards, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. If I keep writing this is called transpose matrix. In mathematics, you will learn, but not here. So that means the horizontal rows you are writing as vertical columns. Horizontal rows can be written as vertical. Here, see this 6, 4, 24, 1, minus 1, 8. This is a matrix. Yes, this is a matrix. How the transpose matrix is written, I have to write this 6, 4, 24, 6, 4, 24 downwards, then 1, minus 9, 8. 1 minus 9. This is the transpose matrix of the set. Anyway, when you do this, you can see a rotated letter D. So actually this process is called rotation. Whatever things happening in your screen, whatever visible to you, we call whatever visible to you and whatever happening in your screen is actually, when you take the fundamentals, it happens in binary. It happens in binary. But it's kind of inconvenient to represent everything in binary. But actually speaking, everything inside the computer happens in binary. Right? Okay, see this. So this is how you represent the colors. When you multiply this number, this D matrix by 3, 3 means 0, 1, 1. So all these ones will become 3. That is 0, 1, 1 again. All these ones will become 0, 1, 1. Then 0, 1, 1, if in a cell there is another 0, 1, 1, something like that, that will be converted to a color. That is how colors appears. Because if it is just 1, 0, then normal. But if it is 3, in octal, you can write 0, 1, 1 or hexa 0, 1, 1, something. So when it is a digit like that, it can be converted into a color. This is how the colors are introduced into computing. This shows how colors introduced to the computing. Okay. So then not just the letters and the things that you can see in the screen, the sounds, analog things, the analog to digital. So this is how audio, this is analog audio recording. It can also be converted to digital. So actually what will happen, you will draw this in the Cartesian plane or you compare this with the Cartesian plane, take the values. This is value 2, this is value 3, 2, again 4. So you have to divide this to similar intervals, similar time intervals. Samana කාලාන්තර වලට බෙදන්න. Then take the value. මෙතන තියෙන්නේ 2, මෙතන 0. 0, 2, 3. ඊළඟ මෙතන තියෙනවා 3i. 0, 2, 3, 2. Sorry, 2. Then 4, 0, 6. 6 no, sorry. 0, 2, 0, 2, 3. Upper 2. Upper 1. 0. Ith 1. 2. 5. Metan value again. 5. Then 8. So these values you can write down in binary like this. So this is how MP3, this is how MP3 file is created. MP3 can a digital audio. You have to first divide it into equal intervals. After that, you take the value and represent that in binary, because you know how to convert. So these numbers, the maximum is 8 no here. Maximum 8 can have it octal we can represent everything. Maximum 8, maximum 7 octal. If maximum is 8, then you have to go to hexadecimal. And then we can take the binary value and represent like this. Right? So then you'll get. So you can see 4, 6, 5, 3, 1, 1, 2. This can be done in octal. 4 can 1, 0, 0. Okay, here. 6 can 1, 1, 0. 6 is 1, 1, 0. 5 means 1, 0, 1. 1, 0, 1. Okay, correct. 3 means 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 1. Then 1. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. 2 ones are then 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Then 2 is 0, 1, 0. So this is how the representation happens. Understood? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So data representation. So basically, we learned that bits, smallest unit bit. Bit is 1 or 0, just a binary digit, 1 or 0. So 8 bits equal to 1 byte. Actually, half byte is called nibble as well. Nibble means half byte. 8 bit is equal to byte. Then how many bits per nibble? How many bits are there for nibble? Yes. 8 bits is a byte. Half byte is nibble. Then how many bits?
Four bits.
Yes, it's 4 bits, right? Then 1024, otherwise 2 to the power 10 bits is called a kilobyte. 1024 bits or 2 to the power 10 bits is called. Why we are not taking 1000? 1000 gattama 2 to the power 2 balයක් විදිහට පෙන්වන්න බෑනේ. But you know this binary digits are binary, right? 2 පාදේ සංඛ්‍යා තමයි binary කියලා. Binary digits කියලා. ඒවා පෙන්වන්න ඕනේ 1.0යි අරගෙන. එතකොට අපි 1000 ගත්තොත් if we take 1000, we cannot see that, we cannot show that in binary so properly. අර ලස්සනට පෙන්වන්න බෑ binary full value එකක් 1000 binary කරන්න පුළුවන්. So 1000 into binary, if you write, you will get some here. So let's see what is 1000 in binary. Decimal to binary. There are websites we can convert decimal to binary. So let's write 1000 in decimal, and when you convert, this is the binary number. එතකොට binary number කියලා අපිට එන එක අර නිකන් එකේම ගොඩක් හරි එකයි බිඳුවේ එහෙම එන්නේ නැහැ. But if you take 1024, ඒක full value එකක් විදිහට එනවා 1024. So that is here 1 and how many zeros? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 and 10 zeros. එතකොට සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඒක ලේසිනේ. ඒකයි 1024 ගන්න. 1000 ගන්න. That's the reason why we are taking 1024 2 to the power 10. 2 to the power 10 කියලා කියන්නේ 1 and 10 zeros. 2 to the power 10 means 1 and 10 zeros like this. That is easy, right? So that is taken as the kilobyte. So then megabyte, how many kilobytes are there for megabyte? Yes? How many kilobytes there for megabyte? Yes, Pute. Megabyte, how many kilobytes? You should remember this. Bit, byte, megabyte, kilobyte. Right? Bit, 8 bits byte, then 4 bits enable, kilobyte 1024, 2 to the power 10 kilobytes, or 2 to the power 10 bytes, kilobyte. Then 2 to the power 10 bytes, megabyte. 2 to the power 10 megabytes, gigabyte. 2 to the power 10 gigabytes, petabyte. So just remember this table. Right? So just the idea and all. So just remember this table. So bit, byte. So starting from bit, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte. Okay, I'll ask more questions. So CD capacity measured in which? CD capacity, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, what is the measurement? CD capacity. Yes, Sandu? How CD capacity is measured? Yes. CD capacity, how it is measured? Come on, guys, you need to answer. Otherwise, this will become just another lesson, another lecture.
Gigabyte.
Oniti, I cannot hear you. Can you speak loudly?
Gigabyte.
Sorry?
Gigabyte.
CD capacity measured in megabytes, right? CD, we just discussed that lesson previously. CD capacity measured in, it's closer to 700 megabytes, 650, 700 megabytes. CD, DVDs, correct. DVDs, gigabyte. CD capacity is basically 750 or sorry, 650, 700. So that is the here 650 to 700 megabytes. So that is the CD capacity. But DVD capacity has higher range. It is in GB range. It can store even 30 GB, right? Because there are single side, dual side, dual layer. Likewise, different DVDs are there. Therefore, it can go up. And Blu-ray is also in gigabyte. Blu-ray, B-L-U-R-A-Y. Blu-ray is also in gigabyte range. So basically, 50 GB can even be stored there in Blu-ray quality. And so, what about SSD? SSD capacities? Now you have terabyte SSDs, okay? Gigabyte to terabyte SSDs, hard disk drives. What about the internet network or network capacities? Network and capacities can even be terabytes or petabytes, even exabytes, zettabytes, yottabytes. So there are more, right? Exa, zetta, yotta, but that is not here. So if you want to take a screenshot, just see this is actually you are starting from B. Capital B is byte, simple B is bit, right? B, KB, MB, GB, and so this goes up to zetta, yotta bytes. You can see here. Kilo, mega, giga, tera, peta, exa, setta, yotta, bronto, giop. Right? These are also there. Giop bytes, basically. So we consider data in giop bytes. Right? That is the largest measurement unit available. Take a screenshot of this. Okay, let's back to the lesson. You can see in this diagram, so when the size increases, what happened to the text pages? Actually, kilobyte. So using 1 KB, you can store half a page, because actually 1 letter will take 1 byte. 1 letter, at least it will take 1 byte minimum. Some letters take 2 bytes. Right, 1 letter, 1 byte, therefore, so half a page can be written using 1 KB. So then 500 pages can be written, approximately 500 pages of text in 1 MB, approximately 500,000 pages in GB, approximately 500 million pages in TB. So it grows, right? So you can see registers in KB, as I said, that is the smallest memories that you can see. Cache memories in MB, megabyte level. CDs in MB, megabyte level, higher megabytes. But DVDs, so they are mentioning only about the dual layer, sorry, double side DVD. But there are more DVD types, right? So remember, according to your book, it is 9 GB, but it can even go up to 30 GB. And random access memories, it has higher capacity. And then the read-only memories, actually flash memories, these are having lower capacities. So in a megabyte level, read-only memory should not come here, it should come here. Then the hard disk capacity is very, very large. Flash memories, hard disk, pen drives, hard disk. You can see very high capacity in. So when, right, there are more points to write. When, so this side, actually, I said I gave this pyramid, right? This is actually storage pyramid. So rather than writing this, let's take a screenshot of storage pyramid. You can see in this storage pyramid, registers and so high speed memories are in the top level. Then the cache memory, main memory, virtual memory, random access memory, that is the next. It has lower capacity, but speed is high. Then you have the secondary storage, speed is lower than the physical main memories, lower than the main memory, but it capacity is high. And when it is when it is coming down, so it is very, very low. Sorry, very, very low speed, but the capacity will be really high, the network storage side. So this is storage pyramid. Let me give on this one, I think. Yeah, this is okay for you, I think. Here, performance, endurance, cost per bit increases. Cost is increasing, speed is increasing, durability is also increasing. But here, when it come down, the latency and persistence means like permanentness, and latency is slow. So when it go down, it's slow. So this image is very good. It represents everything. Just take a screenshot of that. Okay, moving back to the lesson. Here they have given. So here the storage unit small, here but it is faster. It is faster. And the cost per storage, cost per storage, right? Cost per unit storage. Total cost එක නෙවෙයි, yeah. The hard disk total cost එකට වැඩිය RAM එකේ cost එක වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Sorry, අඩු වෙන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් මේ පැත්ත කියන්නේ වැඩි වෙනවා කියන්නේ. hard එකට වැඩිය RAM එක ගණන් අඩු වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි මේකේ මනින්න ඕන අර පුළුන් කිලෝ එකකුයි යකඩ කිලෝ එකකුයි හරි. පුළුන් කිලෝ එකක් කනවාට කාමරයක් වගේ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. යකඩ කිලෝ එකක් අතේ තියාගන්න පුළුවන්. පුළුන් කිලෝ එක ලොකු මල්ලක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. යකඩ කිලෝ එකක් අතේ තියාගන්න චූටි කෑල්ලක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙනම් you have to compare the exact units. Unit storage, ඒ කියන්නේ ඒකකයක මිල. Unit storage is high, right? Not just the cost is high, unit storage is high. Here unit storage is low. And here faster, slower. Small in capacity, giants. Okay, so then I explain about the coding system. So what is coding? Coding means how encoding, right? How data represented. Data represented in the computer in binary format. Data represented in binary format. Just give me a second. Sorry. Right, coding system or encoding. Right, coding system or encoding. So we just learned how coding system and encoding happens. We just learned. Actually, I just said about this. So let's go to our note quickly. Can you draw this? Can you draw this? So just write encoding data, write the heading encoding data. I'll write it here, encoding data. How we represent, sorry, how computers represent the data that we can see, that we can recognize how computers represent data that we can recognize as text, images, video, sounds, etc. Please write down the heading encoding data, how computers represent, right? මෙතන n එකක් එනවා මට n එක මිස් වුණා. Sorry. How computers represent. N should be there. How computers represent the data that we can recognize as text, images, videos, sounds, etc. No need to write down everything. So just let's write down main things, right? So this is actually in the first image I have explained. So how a letter can be represented. You can see it's a matrix. So let's think this as a LED board. in this LED board, 0 represent turn off bulbs, 1 represent the bulbs which are turned on. So if you turn on bulbs in this pattern, what will happen ultimately? If you turn on the bulbs in this pattern, you can see this kind of figure in the screen. Actually, this is letter D. Letter D. And so this is again showing the transpose matrix. So what will happen if you interchange, if you represent these zeros this side, or horizontal things in vertical way. Horizontal zeros, vertically 6 zeros. 0, 4, 1, 0, then 0, 4, 1, 0. So this is what the transpose matrix. 6, 4, 24, you are writing downwards. 1, minus 9, 10, you are writing downwards. Similarly, these binaries you are writing downwards. It will rotate this D. So if you are writing Dasun and D letter here, and the second one, if you are writing Dasun other way from top to bottom, so this is the way that you rotate. Actually, that is also another binary. So I just want you to identify how we see things and how computers see things. So this is how we see things, and we recognize this as a letter D. But this is how the computer see it. Computer see it as 1, 0, a binary matrix. So please write down. Then we can move to the move to the textbook. But before that, only draw this part, right? Don't draw beyond that, because then that will be too much. So you have to write the heading as well as this green color, sorry, blue colors. Only write this part. After that, I'll move to the book. First of all, please write this part, because this is not added to your tute. This part is not added to your tute. That is why I'm asking you to write. According to the book, so these points are there. In the book also, these points are there. But if you have not taken down, please take a screenshot quickly, because like we cannot go more times now. So this is actually, I said that this is the second time I'm teaching this lesson, as this is a revision lesson, because already I have taught this lesson to you. Some of you guys have forgot, and some of you were not there in the classroom. Today also some are missing, don't know why. So I think you need to work carefully, craft these things, because like you are doing ICT, Pute. So if you are doing ICT, your excuse is, so sir, I didn't have power today. I couldn't join because no power is there in my area. So you are not really doing ICT, because by now, if you are doing ICT, you should have power. Except special situation, because government is incapable of giving these things to you. That is why most of the kids are not schooling these days. So closer to 3 years, the school system has collapsed. It's no more in the reliable position to serve you. So that's why most of the students are finding their own ways for learning. So government is incapable, but are we incapable? That is the problem. So if we are also incapable, then the entire country is incapable of growing. Entire country is incapable of surviving. So are we going to be in such a position? So then what? So you are doing ICT. You should know how to empower yourself, how to employ a solar system and convert the sunlight to energy where you can use it for your classes without depending on this. I don't want to actually talk about these governments. Without depending on these buggers, you can create your own power plant. I have already explained to grade 6 kids in science lesson how to convert solar energy properly to as an off-grid system. How can we create a battery backup to your laptop or to your computer, to your house, to your router? So if you're excused, but you have anyway come to the class, no point telling this to you, but so those who have not come will watch the recording. This is for them. If you are excused, is, if your excuse is not having power, don't tell that excuse. That is not, then you are not IT student. If you are IT student, you should know how to use the technology. Okay, so back to the lesson. So according to the above figure, so here you can see the anything here. So we saw how it is represented, but so generally in your book, they are given everything, pictures, images, audio, anything here can be converted to binary, 1, 0. And that is how it is represented in electronic circuits. Bulbs will turn on, switches will turn on, wire lines or wires will send these signals, on and off signals. And that is what happened inside the computer. Okay, to represent characters, there are a few methods. BCD, ASCII, Ebcdic, Unicode are some examples. BCD was used in old IBM computers. IBM is International Business Machines. IBM is a company, is a very old company, International Business Machines here. This is American multinational companies over 171 countries, a very large, and founded in 1911. So it is more than 100 years ago, right? 1911. It founded 1911, then 2000. So 2011, it is 100 years. Now 2022, 110 years back. So they suggested for their computers, old servers, they have suggested a method called binary coded decimal. That means this is for the fast converting. Fast converting, right? You don't want to divide and find. There is a table-like thing, similar to the octal table, hexadecimal table, there is a table. Okay, BCD can represent numbers. Bindu idan 9 වෙනකන් තියෙන digit. So these are the digits. To represent, there is a table-like thing. There is a code. 0 is 4 zeros. So 0 is represented using 4 zeros. 1 is, 2 is, 3 is, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, sorry, 9. So this is how BCD represent numbers. Actually, if you want to tell, okay, if I want to tell 975, sorry, 875, how can I tell that using BCD code? Don't need to divide. If 875, so initially, computers were used for calculating purposes only. Mostly numbers were the inputs. Now we are input various things, characters, images, then tama eva input kara. Issara numbers vitarai. Therefore, they wanted a method to represent these numbers. Kawurare 875 gana calculate. එතකොට කම්පියුටරේ මේක පෙන්නන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. කම්පියුටර් එකේ තියෙන කීබෝඩ් එකට මේක යවන්න ඕන. ද සිග්නල් එකක් විදියට මේක යන්න ඕන සර්කිට් එකක් කරා. RAM එකේ මේක පෙන්නන්න ඕන. ස්ක්‍රීන් එකේ මේක අර මම පෙන්නුවේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එකේ මේක පේන්න ඕන. hard disk එකේ මේක save වෙන්න ඕන. For all these things we need representation. 875 can be represented. 8 is what? What is the code for 8? Yes. See this table and tell me. Code for 8 is
100.
Code for 7 is
0111.
Code for 5 is 0101. Okay, this is the 875 in BCD. So if you want, you can write down. But I have already given this note. But those who miss can write this is the number and this is the BCD representation of the particular number. Binary coded decimal. Introduced by IBM, International Business Machines, for their computers. But there's a problem. There's a problem. Fundamental error. Not error actually, issue. Can anybody tell? So what is the problem? BCD can represent these digits. Yes, it is good. So what is the issue?
Too long.
Yes, Pute? BCD can represent digits, but there's a problem.
Too long.
Do? Yeah, Too long, no. Too long is anyway a problem because binary කොනක් දිගයි නේ. එහෙම එකක් තියෙනවා. But not that. The basic issue is it cannot be used to represent letters. අකුරු ලියන්න බෑ. Because it is sufficient only for these 9 digits. තව ඕනනම් පුළුවන් if you increase the representation because it has 4 digits. 4 digits means maximum how many symbols? BCD has 4 digits. Maximum how many symbols? It can go up to 16 symbols only, 2 to the power 4, 16 symbols. So can we represent letters in these 16 symbols? Letters put on the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. How many letters are there in English alphabet? 26. So not enough because it has only 16 digits, 16 combinations. Right? It is not enough. Then ASCII was introduced. ASCII has 7 bits. Now tell me, if ASCII has 7 bits, how many combinations? How many symbols you can write? ASCII has 7 bits. BCD 4 bits. ASCII has 7 bits. Extended binary coded decimal has 8 bits. Extended ASCII has 8 bits. Unicode 16 bits. Okay, now can you tell me how many characters that can be represented using this? BCD 16, 2 to the power 4. Then ASCII how many? How many symbols you can represent using ASCII? Calculate and tell me. Yes, how many symbols? Yes. ASCII දැන් මේක දිහා බලලා කියන්න ඕන පුළුවන් නේ පුතේ දැන්. ASCII දැන් මේකේ තියෙනවා BCD වල bit 4යි නම් symbols 16ක් එනවා. ASCII වල bit 7යි නම් symbols කීයද මේක දිහා බලලා කියන්න. You can tell it. Give a try. Why don't you try? දැන් මේ ඔයාලා දෙවෙනි පාර මේක කරන්න මතක් කරන්න. පාඩම කලිනුත් කරපා. Yes, 128. කොහොමද ගත්තේ අනිති? You have to take 2 to the power 7. අයි 7ක් තියෙනවනේ. 2 to the power 7 is equal to 128. Correct. Ebcdic 8 නම් කීයක් පුළුවන්ද? Ebcdic 8 bits. How many symbols there? Ebcdic has 8. How many symbols there?
256.
Yes. Ebcdic 256. 256. 256. Ebcdic 256, right? So 2 to the power 8. I'll put it here. So that is 2 to the power 8. 8 bit and 2 to the power 8. Extended ASCII wala 8ක්, right? EASCII also 8. This is 256. Then Unicode, how many symbols? Unicode, how many symbols? Unique symbols. Okay, it is 2 to the power 16. 2 to the power 16, which is closer to, yes, 2 to the power 16, which is closer to 65,000. Actually 65,536. 65K unique symbols can be represented. So okay, tell me, so which language, which encoding can represent English letters, numbers both? Out of these 4, which can represent English letters and numbers both? Yes. මොනාගෙද letters උයි numbers උයි දෙකම පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන්. මේක හිතලා කියන්න ඕන. letters numbers දෙකම පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. BCD වල පුළුවන්ද? Can BCD do that?
No.
No. ඒකේ numbers ඉද මැදිනේ symbols 16යි. ASCII can it do?
Yes.
Yes, ASCII can. Then so what about Ebcdic? Ebcdic, can it represent numbers? Let us go. Ebcdic.
Yes.
Ebcdic, yes. ASCII. ASCII.
Can.
Can. එතකොට මෙතනින් එහාට පුළුවන්. හරි. Unicode, ASCII, Ebcdic, Unicode. All three can represent. And extended ASCII මෙතන දීලා නැහැ. All four can represent letters, numbers both. In addition to that, Unicode can represent even other languages. මොකද එයාගේ 65000ක්ම තියෙනවා. එතකොට සිංහලෙන් උනත් ලියන්න පුළුවන්. That is why Sinhala Unicode is there. Tamil Unicode is there. Chinese, Japanese, ඔය ඕන එකක් ලියන්න පුළුවන් Unicode වලින්. So it has a unique code. Unicode කියන්නේ unique code. It has a unique code. So therefore you can write any symbol. Okay, let's see how. So now BCD දැක්කනේ. So this is okay, represent this in BCD. Now you can see these kind of exercises can be given. 37 3 කියන්නේ 0011 from the table 0011. 7 is 0111 0111. So the 37 in BCD is this. මේ BCD ලියනකොට මෙතන චූටි දෙකක් දාන්නේ නෑ පුතේ. හරි. මේක binary number එකක් නෙවෙයි. This is a representation. හරි නිරූපණයක් විතරයි. This is not a binary number. So you are not putting this 2 small 2 දාන්නේ. Small 2 දාන්නේ number එකක් ගානක් හදද්දි. The base need to be represented when there is a mathematics question, right? But you are not putting small 2 here. Small 2 මෙතන දාන්නේ නැහැ. එතකොට වැරදි. Okay. So can you try this activity quickly? So send me the answers into chat. 1, 2 and 3 then. නැත්නම් ඔයාලා involve වෙන්නේ නැහැ lesson එකට. 1, 2 and 3. Can you send the values to chat quickly? Chat එකට 1 Zoom chat එකට. 1, 2 and 3. Convert to BCD and send it to the chat. Thisum first one, the first one 302. Okay, this is very easy, name. So these are like easier than, see, 3 is 0011, 0 is 0000, 2 is 0010. Okay, this one's correct. This one is correct. Only the correct. Then so the next one. So these are very easy, right? Then 2 is 0010, 1 is 0001, 3 is 0011, 6 is 0110. So that is the second one. Yes, yes, correct. Yeah, all have done correct. This one, yes, correct. The next one is larger, right? 1 is 0001, 7 is 0111, 2 is 0010, and 9 is 1001, and 5 is 0101. So that is right. Okay, this is the number, right? Yes, all have sent correct answers. Good. So then BCD is easy. So when you get a question from BCD, it's very easy. Don't write 2 in the after converting. Don't write small 2 there. Okay, then American Standard Code for Information Interchange is 7-bit code. I said 128 unique characters. It can represent, yes, it can represent characters, numbers, all these things. Right? Text can be represented, but all these are having a number value, right? So capital A, for an example, capital A number value is 65. Simple A number value is 97. Capital B number value is 66. If you have a large keyboard, local keyboard with the number pad, if you have the keyboard with number pad, this one pute, keyboard with number pad, keyboard with numpad, keyboard with number pad if you have that. So this is the one. Sometimes in the laptop keyboards also you have this number pad. In my one I don't have, unfortunately. If you have this, so go to Zoom chat and type Alt key, ALT key, press the Alt key, ALT key, and then while pressing it, press 65 from here. May pattern 65 go to the chat. Zoom chat එකට ගිහිල්ලා ALT key එක press කරගෙන while pressing the ALT key press 65 and release it. 65 ගැහුවට පස්සේ තමයි alt එක release කරන්න. After pressing 65 release alt key and 65 more. Alt එක press කරගෙන 6 ගැහුවා 5 ගැහුවා ඊට පස්සේ alt එක අතෑරියා. So you can, like, if seems no one has like numpad නේද? So if you have that, you will still get on it. Yes, you have tried. So it will print letter A. Yes, Sandu. Will print letter A, right? But in my keyboard, I don't have that. Either A ගහන්න නැතු Alt 65 letter A, Alt 66 letter B, Alt 67 letter C, Alt 68 letter D. Likewise, you can. So that is the symbolic value. So that is the value given here. So symbolic values. You can press that with the ALT key and type that values. Here Alt 83, I think capital S. Just you can try. Alt 99 is simple. Yes, simple C. It is correct. 97 is simple A. 97 is simple A. 98 is simple B. 99 is simple C. Correct. So then ASCII can be used to type letters, characters, symbols, etc. Ebcdic, extended binary coded decimal. Similar to ASCII, but there is an additional bit. So which can represent 256 symbols. That is also by BCD හදපු කට්ටියම තමයි. Extended binary coded decimal interchange code. Extended BCD code. So that has 8 bits, therefore 256 symbols are there. So that can also be used to represent characters, numbers. පස්සේ දැන් මේ ASCII වලට තරඟ කරන්න තමයි Ebcdic දැම්මේ. So to compete with ASCII, Ebcdic was introduced. Later, ASCII has also improved their number of characters by adding one more digit and extended ASCII. Or there is something called EASCII. EASCII කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා පොතේ නෑ. EASCII or extended ASCII. EASCII or extended ASCII has added, right? EASCII or extended ASCII has added one more character, so 256 symbols. Unicode. Unicode support multilingual because multilanguage. Other ASCII Ebcdic වලත් පුළුවන්, but you need to change the keyboard. Keyboard layout එක change කරන්න ඕන. Keyboard layout you have to change, like කොහොමද keyboard layout එක වෙනස් කරන්න ඕන එක්කෝ එකක් දාගන්න ඕන විජේසේකර keyboard කියලා තියෙනවා සිංහල keyboard. Or there's a Tamil keyboard, Bamini or Tamil keyboard, Vijayasekara keyboard, then only you can type characters. එහෙම විතරයි පුළුවන්. හැබැයි Unicode දැම්මම keyboard එක change නොකර ඔයාට පුළුවන් type කරන්න. For an example, Sinhala Unicode, Helakuru. So these things are possible with Unicode system. With the Unicode system, you can add these characters. And also the picture symbols, especially picture symbols, characters, emojis are possible with this Unicode. Unicode has a 16-bit version, but now there is another version that is Big Endian Unicode. So we call Big Endian Unicode. Big Endian Unicode. UNT or Unicode, Big Endian, Little Indian. Or you can say UNT32 Unicode 32-bit version. So that has that is supporting a lot of symbols. Here UTF-16 is 16-bit Unicode. UTF-8 8-bit Unicode. UTF-32 is 32-bit Unicode. These are also different character. Okay, then graphic representation. So you saw the colors. Colors can be represented. So different variants of colors. I said this in HTML lesson and as well as our practical lesson. I said about this. Different bits of color combinations can be produced. Let me give an example, then you can, I think I have given this exercise already, but anyway, so let's give a try. I'm going to take a new file in Notepad. You can also use your Notepad to do this. And just that small HTML code. In this HTML code, I'm going to add a body section, head section to make it complete HTML page. Otherwise, it is like halfway written one. Then the head section close. HTML lesson is there in grade 11, right? Don't worry. You will learn this in grade 11. Then I mean, sample like a just say, let's say colors. And in the body section, I'm going to include some colors in hexadecimal code. So let's see hexadecimal color code equal BG color equal, you can give in hexadecimal. So let's give red portion first. Red apidamu anuwa. Green portion, AC amount of green. And blue portion, let's put 23. Now more green. Red portion, red, red, let's reduce it to 60. AC amount of green, you can see the color is green. So when I save this in HTML as HTML page, when I save this as HTML page in my documents, let me save as something.html in the documents, and let me open the file now by going to the documents. So this is it, and you can see the page color is green. So likewise, now you can change the color. So if you want some other color, let's rewrite the code. I can write something. Okay, I'm writing F0 here. Amount of red is increased. Now the color is orange. Why? So red is more. Red and green mixed in same amount, then yellow. But more red will make it orange. So let's reduce this to 70 somewhere. Then the red amount will be high and it will be more reddish. Let's reduce further, like 30. Then the more red amount. So likewise, you can control the color amount. These are hexadecimal codes. This is for the pictures. Picture color representation. Anyway, any picture is formed using these colors. If you increase, if you zoom the picture. So let me take a picture and zoom it. Okay, this is my picture. Let me open it. You can see myself there. But if I improve this, if I zoom this, you cannot see me. So instead of that, you can see, still you can see me, but so if you further increase, you can see only color dots or color pixels. How these color pixels are made? These color pixels are made of, these color pixels, how they made up? So they are made up with these, HTML. They are made up with this HTML. So, right? So please get to know that. So these are creators, these are creations using using the data representation, color representation. Picture is created using color dots. Video is created using, right? So moving pictures can create videos, right? Because like if you stop a video somewhere, video stop karo, it is, okay, this is a video. If you stop video somewhere, it is a picture. So this is a video. Let me stop there. You can see this is a picture. Play, stop again. This is another picture. Play, stop again. This is another picture. Right? Likewise, it is a set of series of pictures. But if you zoom the picture, it is dots, colors. So element is this color code. So this is how picture represented. Sound, similarly, I said in the beginning, how sound representation happens. Okay, then the coding system also we discuss, and this in the appendix you can see the table for, but this won't be asked in the examination, right? Just go through, but this won't be asked tested in the examination. So Unicode, ASCII, all these codes are there. Next day, my aim is to summarize logic gates. That is also we discuss, right? Lessons in this syllabus, we have already discussed about these lessons. In this syllabus, ICT, fundamentals, we discussed data representation, we have discussed and revised also. Revision. So then logic gate, we have already discussed, but revision need to be done. Revision I'll do next day and week after next day. Revise so just go through the videos again. Operating system yet to do. Word processing yet to do. Then electronic spreadsheets, presentations, and database. These are yet to do. 5 to 9, we have to do that. Actually, I'm taking time from these lessons. Concentration lessons so if you can decide, right? If you tell, okay, no need to do logic kits, let's move to the operating system and start the new lesson and proceed, I can do that, right? You have to suggest it in the group. If you don't want this lesson, I can skip that. I'll skip that lesson and directly move to the operating system lesson next day, right? Tell me before we begin the class by next week. Then good night. See you all next week.
Excuse me, sir.